right, guys, what is going on? What is good? What is good? Take partials Tuesday. Stopped out in profit today on the combine account. So it would have been cool if we did, take profit Tuesday, but that didn't happen. So take partials Tuesday. It is. Not every trade will hit TP. And that is how it do be sometimes, That's how it is. So make sure to drop a like on the stream. Make sure to invite your friends. Make sure to invite your mom to my stream. So that way everybody can get some value, dog. That way everybody can get some value. We can have some fun. And I can show you how to finesse. Show you how to finesse. All right. Hopefully I was muted because that was a hell of a cough. Hell of a cough, but we should be good. I just had lunch. That's why I usually don't like to eat before I stream. But I was like, you know what? I'm up early today. I'll get things done. Shouldn't have done it, but I did it anyway. What else? What I was gonna say? I don't remember. What's good, Naruto? Dylan Petrucci. Did I say that right? What's going on, Mason? Dylan, brand new. Monkey, Natasha, Toby, Naruto, MJ, Edmundo, Ibanez, Marvelous, Jackson. Jackson, we got to get you a sniper. You are the only one who does not have a sniper right now. Peer pressure. Peer pressure. What's good, Mason? Bloody, Felix. Eminem. Marshall. Not many people get it right. Well, a lot of Italian names end in, like that. So that's what I figured. What's good, Leon? What's good, Martin? Flacco. I usually watch on my husband's account. He's a sniper. Okay. Well, I guess that's good enough. Hope you didn't miss much. No, we're just getting started. Damn. Sorry, I cannot stop coughing today. Like I said, I shouldn't have had lunch beforehand. So, sorry. But anyways, we'll get into it, man. What have you guys been looking at? What's good, Nikki? Family originally from Naples. Huh, nice. Very nice. So, you didn't exactly get the play-by-play from me today. In the morning, you kind of did. I was a little bit late on telling you about NQ longs, but, as you guys know, I recorded the whole thing. So, you got to see the entry beforehand, right? You saw me with the buy limit. You saw me place... well, I entered without a stop and a TP, but that's because I didn't want to put all that shit in. It's easier to just get in the trade and then move on Top Step on Top Step X. It's easier to just enter and then move your order down if you're long for a stop loss, and then you can take your order and drag it up for a TP. So it's easier to do that than it is to like, which price is that? Let me type it in and all that. But I'm not doing all that, bro. I'm just going to take the trade and then I'll put my orders in because I'm in front of the charts. It's small time frame. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Versus one of you sent me a reel yesterday or some short. I ain't going to say his name, but I think he has me blocked on Twitter. If he does, then he's a bitch. But anyway, it was something about like, oh, stay off the smaller time frames. What? Brother and sisters, price is fractal. If you can't trade lower time frames, you can't trade higher time frames. You know what I'm saying? So you just outed yourself. You know, you just told everybody you can't fucking trade. I won't get into it. But anyway, right after the entry is when I checked into the Discord after I went break even, and that's when I told you I'm focused on NQ longs. Got to be patient today, personally. ES has lows that I might want to reach for. There's a reason I said that. We'll talk about ES too. ES, I think, was kind of a there's some, for me, there's some slight justification for ES helping NQ pull back this deep before going to the 260s, which I did point out at 906 once we got that new high. I said 240s possibly next up, and then maybe the 260s, right? And what's our current high of the day? Got him. You like that? How does he do it, child? How does he do it? Very carefully. Only have started the 90-day boot camp so far. 3 videos in. Oh, very nice. Very nice. So one thing you will learn, Dylan, is the mitigation model, which is exactly what I utilized here this morning. Okay. Now, again, after that pre-market high was taken, and I said 240s possibly next, maybe 260s, we got a deep pullback. So that is when I went to Twitter and said, hey, NQ, looking like manipulation for stops to go higher. With resting lows on ES, it's a bit hard to tell. And it was hard to tell because we traded a little bit lower and then we go higher and then we came down again. I was already off the charts by this point, you know, like doing other shit. And, you know, I come back to check and we've like launched and I'm like, oh, you know, this was the move I was looking for this morning. I was looking for this. My TP wasn't there. I wouldn't have needed all that. The entry was low enough where you don't need the entire move to get a max day. So didn't need all that. But yeah, and I'll talk more about that when I put out that video on how to get funded, right? You'll hear me talk about how if you trade a 50K combine, you really, in my opinion, you really shouldn't be trading E-minis. I think you should be trading micros. I'm already funded with Top Step. And I like to think that I know what I'm doing. So I, you know, step it up a little bit, and I do use the E-minis for that. And so I don't mind, you know, trading. But I'm not going to trade multiple contracts. I've only done that once, but that was a pyramiding technique that was not entering a full position with multiple contracts. I'm not going to do that, especially on NQ. No, no, can't do it. I could, but I won't. I'm not the best, but I've definitely been learning a lot from you. So thank you. Definitely have the potential to change my life if I'm disciplined and brave enough. Yep. There you go. There you go. I definitely agree. Dylan, golly, excuse me. Sorry, Chad. I told you I got a bad fucking cough today. Dylan, I don't know how he trades. I don't talk to him. You know, I don't really have respect for him. So, don't know. Do not know. Respectfully, I don't know. But this is what my mitigation model will teach you how to do. Right? Actually, we can go ahead and take this off. Everybody knows this is there. Everybody knows this is there. All right. So what is my mitigation model? It is a mitigation with a imbalance that overlaps, and it has to have a higher time, or not higher time frame, but it has to have a high probability target, which is this. Okay. So that means the entry this morning could be either the imbalance or the mitigation. Okay. If you look at the chart that I gave you, you will know that my entry was the mitigation. Right there. Okay. A little bit of drawdown, immediately into profit, less than 2 minutes of drawdown. Don't trade lower time frames, right? Less than 2 minutes. I can hold my fucking breath longer than I was in drawdown today. So I tell you guys, man, stay off social media. Those fuckers don't know what they're talking about. They don't. Now you wanna really go watch that video again? You thought I gave you some cool shit yesterday? You want some more cool shit? Drop a 1 in the chat if you want some cool shit. And you can go rewatch the video of the recording in an entirely different light. I promise you missed this. I can almost guarantee you missed what I wanted you to see in that video. I guarantee it. I guarantee you missed it. And that's okay, but I'm here to tell you about it. I won't keep it a secret. I should. But I won't. No, it's not all the models in one trade. Well, there are multiple models in this trade, but the stop loss management, the stop loss, let me just tell you about it, okay? Now, if you're not a member on this channel, you will not be able to watch the recording. I made it a members only video because I want to give you guys that are paying members more value, right? More bang for your buck, if you will. Personally, I think I do more than enough already, but I'll give you even more, okay? I've always been about value, always. So what you'll see is an entry here. I think it was at 172, okay? Or close to it. 172 or 172.25, you know, something like right around there, okay? And my stop loss, to be fair, I don't remember what it was at. I don't know. Okay. I lied. 172.75. Okay, that's what it was. I guess the high end of the mitigation, right? And that screenshot, I'm not gonna watch the video either, but it was roughly, I can't do math. $47.75, roughly. It might be a little bit higher or lower than this level right here. So it might be a little bit higher or a little bit lower, but roughly right around, we'll just say 48. Okay. So something like that. And in that video, you'll actually see me target this high and then I move it. On the way up, I move it. And so the final TP, when I told you about 160s, that would have been like up here. So that by itself is a 1 to 3.5, which I'm pretty, you know, that's acceptable to me. That's acceptable to me. And yes, I do, Dylan. And yes, you should go through the boot camp because that's where all your questions are answered. It sounds like some of the people that you are learning from also learn from me. So it might be your mentor's mentor. I don't know, but you know, ego aside, I don't know. But we'll continue. Entry, stop loss. Now, what you probably missed, okay? Again, I want you to watch this in the video. If you haven't seen it already, you got to pay attention. What you're going to see is when we make a new high, I pointed it out and you see me type up and I said, this would be a partial, but I only have one contract. So I'm going break even. Okay. Now it looks like I'm getting ready to get stopped out, but I don't get stopped out. Now this is where the cool shit comes in. So if you're not paying attention, you're going to miss this. You're going to miss it if you don't pay attention. If the market is bullish, okay, one of the most simplest ideas is if the market is bullish, down candles will be respected. Now think back to what I told you yesterday and last week and probably the week before that. I told you that every concept has a premium and discount, right? Put that in, type that up in the chat if you guys are here and willing to participate. Put that in the chat. Every concept has a premium and discount. If it's too long, you can use PREM for premium and DISC for discount. Okay, but put that in the chat. Every concept has a premium and discount. What's good, George? All right. So let's take the RR off. We'll take this imbalance off. We'll leave the mitigation there. Okay. All right. It keeps putting it in the front, and I don't know why it's doing that. I'm trying to send it to the back, chat. Send it to the back. All right. So this down candle has its own premium and discount, right? Now, again, I told you, I'm willing to bet money you missed it. You didn't watch it like in the way that I'm telling you, or you just haven't seen it yet. Which still proves my point that you missed it because you haven't seen it. Are you ready? Watch this. Don't miss it. Where was my entry? 72 and a quarter and 3/4, right? That's right there at the high end of the mitigation. If you missed it, remember it's this right here. Okay. 1, 2, 3 lows, by the way, 3 lower lows. Okay. But what I'm paying attention to is this right here. Low, high, lower, low. This is the highest up close candle. These two are up candles. This one's higher. These are some up candles. This one's the highest one. Right? Now watch this. Where was the entry? 21,172 and 3/4. Right? Where is that entry now based on this concept? Where's that entry? It's in the discount end. Right? It's in the discount end. When price made a new high and you saw me go break even, you'll see me pull my order and I put it, I don't know, I think it was like a point and some change. Point, maybe like 5 ticks. Okay. My stop loss goes right there. Break even. So right in here, it's looking like, oh, it's going to stop me out at break even. It doesn't. And it turns on a dime and continues. Right? Now, why am I showing you that? Well, number one, I told you so. Every concept is a premium and discount. But what I'm trying to portray to you is, remember how we talked about, we don't have that here, but let me just draw it out real quick. Remember when we have the first imbalance in a reversal, okay? If we're bullish, we would see price come down into it, right? We would see price come down and then leave it. But what we usually want to see is either stay in the upper half and go. It might trade halfway and go, or it could come down, you know, mostly. But if it's leaving a portion of the bottom end open, meaning it doesn't come down to close it all the way in, per se. All right. I don't know why I said per se. If it comes down right to the discount end, that's okay. But if it leaves the bottom half, if it leaves a portion of it open, that's a bullish signature. Where's my stop loss at? It's in the discount end of this down candle. So if price is bullish, then likely, just like an imbalance, it shouldn't trade to the low end of it. It shouldn't do that. Now, for those of you that have my best-selling book, okay, go to that chapter and look at those examples that I gave you. This is where some of you are going to shit yourself. And I told you in that book that came out in 2021, I told you sometimes I will cut those candles in half. And that's what you see here. And my stop is just above my entry, which again is already in this discount. So I'm just saying, it's something to pay attention to when you watch the video. All right. It's sped up, but you'll see it. And then we get consolidation. We run higher. I haven't moved my stop, I don't think. And then we get this low and we rally. And as soon as we make a new high and a little bit more, because I was typing up in the Discord, right around there, I jam my stop to this low. And I said, okay, now we're either going to launch up here and I'll get a max day, or I'll be stopped out in profit, which isn't like too big of a deal. But what you'll also see is on the way down, I'm typing up a message and I'm saying, I'll likely get stopped, or I was like, I might get stopped out. Others are going to be trailing their stop loss as well, but I want to lock in a green day on top of the fact that we have equal lows. And then you'll see me draw it right after that, right after I said that, or before, is something like that. So this low right here, it does get me out. I'll say, okay, you know, that's it. You'll see that in the recording too, right near the very end. You'll see me, it'll hit my order and I'm out. So, you know, it's not the greatest day. It didn't, you know, I could have made obviously more had I got out here, but it's always easier in hindsight. We can always go back and look at it. Should have did this, should have did that. But it's like, that's my plan. You guys have known for a long time, I don't like to be long when there's equal lows. Why not? Well, look what the fuck, look what the market did. Look what it did. It came all the way back. Now at this point up in here, around 9 o'clock, we're still in that 9 o'clock macro. 8:50 to 9:10, which you also see in the video. So again, I didn't know if we were going to launch higher or if we were going to trade lower. So it's like, okay, well, what do we do? I'll just jam up my stop then. That's what you saw on Instagram. I think, yeah. That's when I started recording on Instagram and saying, yeah, I'm floating $1,100 or whatever it was, and then it came back and got me out after the Instagram story. Okay. So once we traded below the lows and we started to come off a little bit, that's when I tweeted. I said, okay, now this is looking like manipulate, because this was fast. I'm like, this looks like manipulation, kind of a bull flag too. So it looks like manipulation for stops to go higher. But again, I included on the same tweet, with resting lows on ES, it's hard to tell. And so sure enough, we trade lower, higher, one more time, another like triple lows formation, and then we run for the 260 level, which again, that is what I was looking for earlier. So, you know, this shows you what? Well, I was kind of right and kind of wrong. You know, I did call out the 260s, but we didn't get that until after we actually, you know, pulled back like quite a bit. So I can't really say that, look how precise I am, right? Well, that wasn't my exit, you know? But the point is, I'm not perfect, and every trade's not going to be perfect either for you, right? And it shows that not every trade goes to TP. Sometimes you get stopped out in profit, right? What would have happened, chat, if I would have just left my stop at break even? If I would have just left it there at break even, I was floating $1,100 right here, maybe like almost $1,200 on that, like at the very top, right? Only $300 away from a max day. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just hold it. And it comes all the way back, and then I take what, $25, floating $1,200 to take $25, bro. I'm jumping off a fucking bridge. Jumping off a bridge, chat. Like, that's, come on. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I'll just lock in that amount. And so why would I put my stop at equal lows? You know, that's not locking in all that much, but I can lock in a little bit more. Okay. So that's the justification behind that. So what do we have in store for the rest of the day? I have no clue. I really don't. I have no idea. But I guess we can talk about, why was I bullish? Why did I say 260? No, I agree, Libra. I think what you do is good. But what I was doing, and you, well, I really shouldn't be teaching you this, but because I always teach you guys, focus on price, right? Focus on price and not the money. But in a combine account, you got to make 3K to get that combine. So if I'm floating $1,200, I'm not going to let it come back, you know, and only make $200. I'd rather say, you know what? I'll lock in, I think 560 or 580, something like that. I'll lock that in with the stop loss, and then, you know, we'll see if it goes higher or lower. So I was just trying to lock in a green day based on that stop loss. That stop was basically at the low to lock in the money, right? Otherwise, I probably would have put it at this down candle for a little bit more, because that would have saved me like $100, $150 or something like that, you know? But that's why I did that. It was based on money, because you have to pass 3,000 to get that account. That's why I was doing that, for the 50K at least. Okay. But anyway, do you trade combine via the TradeEvate on TradingView? My funded account is through TradeEvate, which can be through TradingView. Yes. The combine account is TopStepX, the TopStepX platform. That's why the charts look different. Like, I have my chart, and then there's the TopStepX charts, but you can tell on my screenshots or my posts that they're different. And then the recording as well. The recording, you don't see the lines on my horizontal lines and stuff. You don't see that, because that's not TradingView, that's TopStepX. which is basically TradingView integrated, but you can just tell it's different. Okay. And yes, Dylan, all the concepts are universal. They work everywhere. I entered at the down candle, but closed out early because I didn't think about premium discount thing on the down candles. It's all right, Toby. It's a lot of stuff to work with, bro. It's a lot. You know? It's all good. And yeah, Stephanie, see if you can find it in that chapter. See if I'm lying. Prove me wrong. You know? See if I'm cap, right? Man, John never talked about 50%. I bet you it's in there. Hell, I wrote the damn thing. I would think I would know. If it's in, I'm pretty sure it is. 260 is Monday's high. Okay. I'm gonna show you some more cool shit too. That I also think you probably missed. But yes. Actually, let's just take everything off. We'll start over. That's fine. Yes, 260 was, well, technically 259 3/4, but in order to get the high and one tick above it would be 260. So yes, that's why I said that was a final target, or that's why I said possibly the 260s because of that, right? Now, some of you might have looked at this and based on what I've taught you, you probably looked at this and went, why the fuck is he saying 260? Those are low resistant highs. And, you know, this high with this pullback, that's low resistant highs too. So wait a minute, this is bullshit. We have multiple highs here and another set of high resistant highs. How on earth did it get there? Man, John's, content is garbage. It just pushed right through high resistant highs. This is bullshit. Guess again. Regular trading hours has what? Oh, low resistant highs. That's what's at 240s. That's what's at 240s. The low resistant highs. This to me was an engineered high. I didn't say anything earlier, right? But I've already told you. Let's come back. What did I tell you an engineered high is, or an engineered low? What did I tell you that was? That was when, let's talk about highs. A engineered high, I've already taught you this, but I'll teach it to you again because I care about you and I don't care about repeating myself, okay? A engineered high is this right here. To me, it's when price stops shy of something on a higher time frame, like an imbalance, a mitigation, or even just liquidity. If it pauses right before liquidity and then pulls back, right? Anyone who's short, they're gonna have stops here. It's building liquidity, right? That's how smart money operates. They have to engineer liquidity. They have to build liquidity in order to exit and enter, positions to an extent, right? So I can almost guarantee you missed this too, right? Because you might have looked at this pullback like, oh, that's crazy, right? Again, you typed ones in the chat. You wanted to see some cool shit. I've already showed you some cool shit, but I'll show you some more. Watch this. Let's go back. Right at our open. Okay. What do you notice about our open? What do you notice about our open? Yeah, I don't know, John. I mean, we have 310, right? So we have yesterday's close, and then we have today's open, right? That's how candles work, right? Up, close here. We opened and then closed here, right? So there's our close, there's our open. So what does that make this? What does that make that? What is it, chat? What would it be? Appreciate that, Dylan. You'll get a lot more value on this channel than you would with the book, but you know, either way, either way. Right. So it's a gap. Right. I could call it something else, but it's basically a opening, range gap on the regular trading hours. Now think back to what I just told you about 20 minutes ago. What did I tell you? Every concept, where's the chat? Let's scroll back. You guys put it in the chat. Every concept has a premium and discount. Mason, MJ, Naruto, Jackson, Mr. Young, Felix, Natasha, right? In case I missed anybody. All of them. Not some of them, not most of them. All of them have premium and discount levels. So what about a gap? Does that too not have premium and discount levels? There's your discount. There's your premium. Premium. Discount. You see that? Oh, we'll take the fibs off now. I have the halfway points on there. So that tells you premium ended at premium. Premium ended a discount, and then discount ended a discount, right? So where does price magically stop and turn around? Discount end of the discount. On a day where I told you, I mean, granted, it was at the very high, of course, but I told you 40s, possibly 60s. We traded lower, retracement, and like I've already said, it took this low as well at the 950 macro. Oh, where's Jordan? Is Jordan D here? Where's Jordan at? I don't think I saw him today yet. Where's Jordan? We got to get him in here. 950 to 1010. Reversal macro today. Okay. Now, you might have missed that down candle I told you about. You might have missed what I just gave you here. The gap discount, premium and discount. Should I give you a third idea that you might have missed? And no, Mason, I use both, regular and electronic. That's why I said 260s, despite it having high resistance highs. Because that's some cool shit. Right? Oh, yeah, John, he says not to trade, high resistance highs. But, oh, my God, he just called a trade that went past high resistance highs. How did he do it? Well, I just showed you. It's regular trading hours, low resistance highs. That's important. And that's how I was able to do that. I don't just do it and then not tell you. I do it and then I tell you how I did it. This is why. But the third thing you might have missed is what? Let's scrunch this up because I know that camera's big as shit. The camera takes up half the fucking screen. What's right there? 21,141. That was Monday, December 2nd. So that was what? Yesterday's AM session low. Do you see it yet? Do you see it yet? It's distorted. It is distorted. I'll give you that. Original consolidation. Manipulation. Now are you seeing it? Original consolidation. Manipulation. Low risk buy. Okay, we had no sell side of the curve because there's a gap. so we have no, that's why it says distorted. We have no sell side delivery. We just fucking gap. All right. So low risk buy. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That was where you were entering, isn't it? Wait a minute. Hold on, John. Wait. That's also the first imbalance after equities open. Oh my Lanta. That's the first presentation. You taught us about that already. First presentation at the low risk buy after manipulation in a market maker buy model, aiming for low resistance highs. Sheesh. Yeah. So, mind you, I don't exactly know. This to me, it wouldn't really be first, I guess, stage accumulation, but in the broader context, that pullback here, this was what? Well, if this was the first leg higher, what do you think this is going to be? The second leg or the second stage model? That's why I told you I almost put money on it that you probably missed it. This stuff gets deep, chat. This stuff gets fucking deep. It is a lot. Think about all the things I've taught you over the years, and I'm still showing you new shit. Right. It's a lot. Man. This is so much though. Like, how do you know? How do you know? Chart time and experience. Been doing this since 2014. Literally, it's been almost 11 years. Now, I haven't been trading like this for that long, but I mean, you guys know how much I'm in front of my charts. And when you study every single day and you're looking at these little nuances, premium and discount, manipulation, kind of a, this is a manipulation. I mean, it's below this low too. So you could say, there's your buy model. Original consolidation, manipulation, low risk buy, first stage, second. What's the easiest trade you'll ever take? Second leg. Come on. We go back to electronic trading hours. It's all fucked up, right? It's all fucked up. Okay. Same idea. 830 equities. Right? Drops down. Pre-market low swept. Fractal low, by the way, too. Is there any imbalances in here? No. That's the first one. Is it after 831? Yeah, it's at 834. So that is your first presentation, which again also happens to be the mitigation model as well. And then on top of that, all right, but wait, there's more. If you call now, if you call within the next 20 minutes during this run lower, okay, you have an inversion here too, but that doesn't get met. But this imbalance was respected to go lower. So what was once bearish becomes bullish. Not bad, right? Not bad, right? And then there's your high. So, pick your poison, chat. Inversions, buying below old lows, or even, like I already said, yesterday's AM session low. Okay. The market trades from what to what? What's our high and low of the day right now? Run on liquidity. Run on liquidity. The market trades from liquidity to liquidity. Right, Flacco? How many of you have that in your notes from like 2 years ago? We harped on that for months when I first got back on this channel, January, February of last year, I think it was. Right? And I kept telling you, liquidity to liquidity. Over and over and over again. Look what we got today. Liquidity to liquidity. Go on Twitter. All the streamers and a lot of the traders. Oh, today sucks. Today's choppy. Today's this. Today's that. Today's fucking easy. What do you mean? The tools still work. The tools still work. Stay off the 1 minute time frames. Okay. You can do that. And that's why my entry will blow you out of the fucking water. Okay? Low drawdown instantly. Come on. Oh, damn, Mason. One dude lost over 150K. Ooh. Yep, bridge time. You know, hey, Siri, where's the nearest bridge? You know what I mean? That'd be me. That would absolutely be me. I'd be like, oh, shit. It'd be like, my time is done. I've had enough. All right. The regular trading hours for ES, okay? This is why I managed my stop the way that I did for NQ. This is also why, Natasha, when you asked me about 6,047, I told you yes. That was actually 48 3/4 because that was based on this low. I don't know if Natasha is still here, but she had put that in the Discord and I replied to it earlier. And that's what I was replying to. But this is the low that I was referencing. You see these three put together? That's the lows that I was talking about. So we met that here. We actually went down there again. But to me, ES is weaker than NQ. So the play for me today was on NQ, right? With the strength. Where's the strength at? It was with NQ today. That's why I went with that as well. Even though, you know, it wasn't a, you know, I won't remember this trade forever, you know, but it's like, it was decent, but not the greatest. And this is how trading operates. That's just how it is. But yeah, Natasha, this is what I was this is what I was meaning by that when I said ES has those lows, was this. So ES pulling back, dragging ass, to me was what was pulling Nasdaq back, dragging ass, you know, dragging NQ along with it, crabs in a barrel type shit. So we still got the move. We just didn't do it when I thought we would. And, you know, that's all right. But hopefully that gives you all the details for today. ES 5-minute mitigation. This right here, this can function as a mitigation, okay? Even though it has a higher low, this can still function as a mitigation. Okay? There's two different ways of mitigation, okay? There's the one that I show you because that's the one that I trust. That's the low, high, lower low, not the low, high, higher low. Okay, the bodies are lower, but the wicks are higher. And the reason I don't like that is because that sets up low resistant lows. And I'd rather just wait and wait and wait and then maybe short to the lows instead of trying to say, well, we've got this gap, we've got low resistant highs, and well, this might catch up to NQ, so this will function as a mitigation and trade higher. I'd rather not do that. So because we're right around 50% of these highs and those lows. Okay, look where we're at. See how easy that is to eyeball? It's just halfway between the two. Because we're here, I would not touch this. I wouldn't do it. If I had to pick a direction, it would be higher. Dow is, I don't even know why we look at that. If I had to pick a direction, though, for ES, it'd be higher. Would I trade this? No. I would not. Okay. And the only reason being, other than what I just mentioned to you, electronic trading hours has some triple highs up here. So that could be, you know, there's probably a pool of liquidity up here. But ES is weaker than NQ. So I'd be kind of bending the rules a little bit there, my own personal rules. And I would also be bending the rules trading near 50% when we have a justified target on both sides of the market. In layman's terms, no trade. If it's not clear, I'm not going to trade it. That's how you take easy losses. And then you go back and you look at it and you're like, yeah, that was stupid. Why did I do that? Because you were just trying to itch to do something. And that's okay. I do it too. I try not to, you know. I would like to tell you, oh yeah, I'm a perfect trader. I never take losses. I never do dumb shit. I would love to tell you that, but that would be a lie. That would absolutely be false. I do stupid shit sometimes too. Okay. And that's how I know these things. And that's why I tell you not to do them. What is the actual difference between regular and electronic hours? Hope you don't blame me for this question. Well, it's just the timing aspect of it. Regular trading hours ends at 3:10 and opens up at 8:30. Right? So you don't get Asia, you don't get London, right? And then most of like the pre-market. So you jump straight from 3:10 to 8:30 in the morning, Central Time, on regular trading hours. Electronic, you get 23:05. I think, or might be half, because Sunday opens later. Okay. Electronic, okay, closes at basically 3:59. There's no like 4 p.m. and it opens at 5 p.m. So that 1 hour break every day. That's the, you know, that's just how it is. That'll gap sometimes too. But electronic, you get all of that. You get the London, you get Asia, you get pre-market, you get all that shit. So I swap between the two so I can know what they have. And when they're both in alignment, that is where you get really, really good high probability trading. Okay? So to me, NQ electronic trading hours was pretty decent, you know, even though there was some high resistant highs, like I've already said. And I trusted that because NQ had the strength, so I'm trading the right one if I'm long. And I liked how the regular trading hours had low resistant highs, and I'm buying in a discount. Okay, let's look at the triple Qs real quick. Not the same. Not the same here. But same idea. Gap. We trade higher. We don't take that. When we leave this high to go lower, this ends up becoming low resistant highs. Drop down. Discount into that gap. Our run above these highs to that high. To Monday's high. So that would have been solid. That would have been a lot better. But I already did what I needed to do in here. And, you know, once if I can, on a combine account, if I can lock in, say, $300 or more on a trade, I'll just be done and that's it. I won't take nothing else. because I don't like giving back. I don't like that. You know, I've had days where, let's say I make 800, give back 500. You know, it's like, damn, I could have just locked in that 800 bucks. But instead, I did dumb shit and gave back most of it. Now I feel like an idiot. Right? It's the same thing with the live trades too. Only the live trades, they hurt a little bit more because that's real money. So, you know, you don't want to, I've just learned over time, I just don't want to give back. I'd rather just lock it in, have a green day, and ride that high. Just be done. You know, be done and walk away. And it's good too. It feels good versus the opposite, you know. Going, yeah, I'm at equity highs, man. I got fresh new equities or fresh new equity. And then you give it all back and you're like, fuck, man, that was stupid. So I'd rather be done. If I had to press buttons today, if you were like, nope, John, you have to trade, I would probably long ES. Probably not here. I don't know where I'd long. Probably below the lows, I guess. But if it was up to me, I would entirely chalk up the day and say no trading. Because this is starting to look like we left the high end of the gap open. This looks like it might trade below those lows on regular. And we might just leave those highs up here. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. This could go either way. And I feel like if I traded this, I would lose. And if I feel like I'm going to lose, do I want to take that trade? No. No. I'm not going to do it. So anyway, it's 1 o'clock. That's pretty much it. Is there news today at 1 o'clock? Because we have a lot of news this week. No, we didn't. We had job jolts at 9 o'clock, which barely did anything. That barely did anything. Aussie GDP tonight. Tomorrow morning. Ooh, yeah. Tomorrow morning, ADP non-farm employment change at 7:15. PMI at 9. And then Fed Chair Powell speaks at 12:45. So tomorrow might be bonkers. And then Thursday's unemployment claims for oh, that's right. We didn't check dollars. I've been bullshitting all over. Well, not bullshit. I taught you some cool shit. But we talked about this yesterday. We talked about this as a potential mitigation to go lower. So if you were looking for shorts on dollar today, it is having a down day. Metals are higher, gold slightly higher, I guess. And so that would mean a little bit of green for the euro. So if you were looking for long positions today, let's see what we got. London kind of just opened right into that imbalance here. New York, I really should be saving this for the market review, but I'll do that later. New York, we rallied, but again, we paused right before liquidity. Then we dropped. So we took this low, we took that low, and then we left all of these highs open. So if you paid attention yesterday and stuck with the bias that I gave you, potentially bearish dollar, potentially bullish currencies, if you were looking for longs, then there was at least 20 to 25 pips offered on this move. I mean, it's a 5-minute chart. I don't know what I would have done. I probably wouldn't have done anything in here, to be honest with you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is that? So there's New York, right? Oh. London opens right there. Oh, there it is. Ooh, you motherfucker. All right. Again, I should say this for the market review, but I'm not going to. Engineered highs way up there. We come down and take London's low. What's right here? What's right there? One imbalance. Two imbalances. What do you do when there's two imbalances? You take the first one, stop at the second one. The first one is usually a breakaway. Look at that shit. Right up. Right there. Boom. Rally, retracement, rally, retracement, probably run on stops. Rally, retracement, boom. So what does this look like? Original consolidation, manipulation, low risk buy, first leg, second leg in a market maker buy model on a day that I told you in advance yesterday, dollar might be bullish. I really said that I don't know, right? And I didn't want to give you something on the week because we have so many news things. But I said it's kind of looking like a mitigation on the daily time frame to go lower, right? That's top-down analysis for you. Tomorrow could be this, okay? For dollar, it could be bearish. So foreign currencies might be bullish. If we might be bullish and you get a fucking buy model, be your own signal. Be your own signal. That's pretty cool, man. You can't fake that, bro. You can't fake that. You know, if you write down things, not everything that I tell you, but if you write down bias, if you write down levels that I give you, study that. I won't be right all the time. I'll miss here and there, or I might just tell you I don't fucking know. But this was actually pretty clean for the euro. And British pound took those lows and then hit the reversal button. But look at that. Those lows on euro weren't taken. So that was showing accumulation. It was larger time frame accumulation, small time frame manipulation for the buy model. Yeah. So anyway, we're kind of like pulling back on viewership the same way that the euro's pulling back here. So we'll go ahead and cut it. That'll be it for today. So I gave you guys a lot, especially Dylan, because I know you're new. So you definitely got a lot of shit today. And you might not trust everything that I say. And that's okay. I don't want you to. I want you to prove the things that I tell you, see if they're right or see if they're wrong. I wouldn't purposely give you bad information. I wouldn't purposely try to get you to short when there's equal highs. No. You typically want a long if there's equal highs, right? And these little nuances to do things. So if I tell you stuff like, if there's two imbalances, let's go back to euro. Sorry, we'll shut it down in a minute. I got to do I always got to do a bunch of last things. It's in my nature at this point. You know, these little nuances like, oh, he said when there's two imbalances, you trade the first one with a stop at the second one. Back test that. Back test it. I show this all the time. Okay? Or say the mitigation model, like with Nasdaq today. You know, it's a mitigation formation, low, high, lower, low, that takes liquidity. And then it's the highest up close or a series of up close candles. And it has to have an imbalance that overlaps with it. Backtest that. I give so many things to backtest, and I know you don't do it. I know most of you don't do it. And that's why I'm so repetitive on this YouTube channel. I mean, hell, if you're here, at least let me give you something. You know, let's backtest something at least. Because I know, again, most of you won't do it on your own. And that's sad. That does make me sad. It doesn't make me cry, but you know, it is discouraging. It's like you would be so much further if you would just do what the fuck I tell you to do. Okay? That's all I'm saying. All right? That's all I'm saying. But we'll see if this potential, I don't classify this as a mitigation, but its function can be. We'll see if that remains open to go higher. Again, I wouldn't buy this. I'm not going to touch it at all. I'm not even going to demo it. I'm going to leave this bitch alone. There's a few more things I got to do today. So I got to make sure all my ducks are in a row. Okay? So y'all be good. Y'all be blessed. We will be here same time, same place on Wednesday, tomorrow, the 4th, for the next live stream. All right? So don't forget to drop a like on your way out. If you guys got some value today, I would greatly appreciate that. It's free to do. I do these live streams for free. So hopefully I can get at least a like in return. All right? Be good. And H, I don't have any thoughts on gold. I'm still long silver, though. I still have a bunch of physical silver. I haven't sold anything yet. I'm holding silver, and I'm bullish on gold until at least Valentine's Day. All right? Be good. I'll see you tomorrow.